there, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, welcome to the channel. We are just a couple weeks away from the highly anticipated launch of the new Hunt Showdown, and over the last month there's been a lot of updates providing a lot of information on future plans and changes, as well as some teaser glimpses of the new map. So I thought I'd give you a rundown, kind of as a recap / refresher of what we know so far. So let's dive in. First off, they've mentioned lessons that they've learned. They're going to put more thought behind introducing new perks and or mechanics like Death Cheat, Red Skull Revive, Fire Resistance, etc. They want more caution with the introduction of new special ammo and possibly removal of some existing options. Gulch was mentioned. Recognizing pain points of weekly challenges like repetitiveness and time restriction. Recognizing the popularity of event-exclusive sealed rewards like Master Bounty and sealed cash registers. Introduction of more fair and balanced health restoration mechanics. And more thoughtful introduction of new weapons, tools, and consumables. They've also touched on Fair Play Taskforce. They're upgrading from the basic level of easy anti-cheat to epic online services, providing a better cheat engine identification. They're disabling local file manipulations. Active impact evaluation of NVIDIA Profile Inspector, with obvious abuse cases being detected and punished. Incoming fix to an exploit where certain characters used in-game ID are preventing us from in-game reporting. Continuous report system evaluation. Keep reporting cheaters via the in-game report system, but please stay truthful and to the point. Development of an automated system providing reports of actions taken against offenders that we, the gamers, report. Resuming public bandwave report statistics. Investigating a problem of being unable to report players that we only spectated but did not interact with in-game. Removal of client-side attribute file due to legal complications with EU GDPR, or European Union General Data Protection Regulation, and quarterly announcements involving news and plans around the Taskforce. They also touched on ping limits and cross-region play, more restrictive ping lock providing a more balanced playground, more restrictions to servers that we're allowed to cross over to, thus reducing the frequency of facing high ping opponents connecting from far off regions without hard lock region lock, and increasing the number of servers in overloaded regions. They also discussed prestige system, hunter recruitment, rewards, and more. Like reclassifying legendary cosmetic skins into a rarity system based on visual, complexity, price, and acquisition. Unifying hunter recruitment system, resulting in the removal of hunters' tier classifications and replacing it with a rarity system based on the method of acquiring them as their visual styling. Implementation of color rarity classification of all cosmetic skins defined by the degree of the variation from the default item model, theming exclusivity ranging from common to mythic. Rarity price adjustments to skins available via blood bonds. There'll be 19 hunters with set names and backstories available to unlock through bloodline and prestige progression. 10 hunters via bloodline through the first 100 ranks and 9 hunters through prestige reward, including the mysterious John Victor character from the tutorial at Prestige rank 100. For players who completed all prestige levels, all rewards added to the track are granted retroactively. Normalized way of recruitment for all hunters with a cost of $100 that remain recruitable for unlocking regardless of the prestige progression. Upcoming additional progression to hunters designated as rookies with survivor and veteran versions. This feature is still in development and won't be shipped with the upcoming upgrade. Free hunters will still be available, but with just one trait and limited equipment. Soul Survivor Hunter will be automatically moved to the current active roster, adding a temporary extra hunter slot if needed. Removal of custom ammunition unlocked from weapon progression system. All custom ammo will now be available at all times. Trials mode is being removed, with all the rewards being moved inside Prestige progression reward system. They're also removing the questline system. Weekly challenges will now be released weekly in the form of sets consisting of the same challenges for all players, and all progress will now be visible in play. They also discussed new user interface. Priority of minimalistic approach, creating an intuitive interface with ease of navigation and friendlier information architecture, including removal of the cursor for console hunters in place of directional pad navigation. Addition of an actions menu tray for the ease of access for controller and PC players, providing quick access to critical features. Redefining the visual presentation for a better showcase of hunters, gears, and stats. Everything is tied together for a less confusing experience. Removal of the library in its entirety. A new system of progress tracking or rewards related to weapons and monsters is in development, but that feature will not be ready for the August release. Removal of the black market, adding more discounts available directly through the in-game store. Simplified and unified hunter recruitment system, grid view for available hunters and or trait lists with long-awaited favorite lists and more sorting filters, redesigned in-game store with sorting filters providing ease of access to what we look for, and we no longer need to confirm each health bar respec when using the health bar respec feature. They talked about gameplay changes, like the Stalemate, implementing a much faster burn rate on down hunters, and limiting the duration of choke clouds from 2 minutes to 1 minute. Those changes are a direct attempt to limit or maybe even remove the stalemates of players hesitating and waiting too long before making their next move. They talked about weapon, gunplay, and equipment changes, like the implementation of centered crosshair as a default setting for new players and an additional option for an existing player. Introduction of the bullet drop. Distance travel at which the bullet drop will start to take effect depends on ammo type, velocity, gravity, action type, and barrel length. The faster the bullet travels, the lesser the drop. Compact ammo with its small weight displays the flattest drop curve, while long ammo, weighing the most, will drop more significantly. Fast custom ammo types like high velocity or Spitzer will drop less than the basic type of that ammo. Improving iron sights by making them thinner and more consistent across the board, as well as cutting off some parts of the sights on silenced weapons to make them easier to aim with. Removal of soft headshot, deeming every headshot at every range to be lethal, bringing a significant shake-up to weapon balance and meta that we're all so used to. Changing the mechanics of traps, enhancing the ability to place the traps at angles and positions unavailable to us before. Additionally, opening the doors towards a wire trap will always trigger it. Big looting changes are coming. Every resupply method will no longer be restricted to 2 uses only. Ammo boxes and toolboxes found in the world, saddlebags, med kits, or den hunters, unless burned, will provide 1 interaction for every player in the game. Hence the change of the vulture trait. Which brings me to the trait changes. Reorganizing trait categories into more interesting trait categories. Introducing a new trait attribute, scarce trait. Scarce marks all traits that are acquirable only by finding them in the world. Meathead drop, scrappy drop, or random world spawn. Witness trait will be available from the menu for 5 upgrade points. Witness is highlighting dead hunters and monsters in dark sight and marginally increasing health restoration when near the corpses. Highlight works in Beetle View as well. Shadow Leap comes back as a scarce trait with slightly changed mechanics, deeming it unusable on meatheads. Shadow trait reclassification from a burn trait to a scarce trait. Death cheat changed to where we're no longer able to stack 3 instances of that trait on one hunter. Remedy, Relentless, and Rampage suffered no changes. Necromancer modification. The most abused trait inside the current game build will become a 1-use burn trait. It will no longer drain your health during Necro, reviving a downed teammate. Solo hunters will now Necro themselves quicker as the cooldown is being slightly reduced, and with the new addition of restoration effect for all the health chunks that have been lost. Vulture trait will now give you some hunt dollars in addition to some loot gains for the cost of 2 upgrade points. They also touched on fall damage, making fall damage more reliable and consistent. Now for engine upgrade, consoles native support. Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 in 4K and at 60 FPS with HDR, and Xbox Series S in 2K at 60 FPS with HDR. They've discussed visual enhancements. Improved visual fidelity with improvements across textures, lighting, animation, and much more with the introduction of the new light cache system and secular tracing for multi-bounce global illumination, providing deeper darkness and hyper-realism with more details and greater depth of environmental visuals. Improvements to character features for more accurate physically based features for hair shading, deeming all those beards look more glorious than ever. Increased realism of water flow, turbulence, and foam. Upscaled performance by the implementation of DLSS 231 and FSR 212, providing a performance boost and sharper graphics. And they discussed the backend. All-around improvements to persistent player profile, shopping, and progression outside of individual game sessions, creating a more responsive backend and seamless bloodline interaction, and reduced instances of service downtime in the future. Also, they discussed sound redesign and audio upgrades, adding a true speed of sound for a more immersed experience with sound over long distances. Cryspatial audio technology improvements, implementation of an audio slapback ecosystem that provides improved clarity and sound definition, PC and Xbox benefits from Microsoft Sonic for headphones, PlayStation 5 benefits from Tempest 3D audio compatibility. Last but not least, they also gave us a teaser glimpse of the new map. First of all, I want to give a huge shout out to the Crytek dev team, as they have greatly elevated their level of map design, and I think they did a fantastic job. This is a world of Hunt Showdown like we have never seen before. Hunters, welcome to Mammon's Gulch, Colorado, full of dense pine trees and huge mountains. A completely redefined experience of hunt where verticality gets a new meaning. This map accommodates the full spectrum of loadouts that will be sure to satisfy all your playstyles. Traps, close quarter weapons, melee, mid-range weapons, and sniper weapons all have a place here. In Mammon's Gulch, anything goes. This map is still the same size, 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer, and has 16 compounds in all. But the beauty and verticality of this map makes it feel so much bigger. The 2 main mines with underground tunnels connecting to other compounds gives it a brand new gameplay that we have never before experienced in Hunt Showdown. The underground mines, tunnels, and mega structures creates a completely new approach to location design, like the repositioning of double POIs. Compounds designed to eliminate choke points, stalemates, or sitting ducks kind of situations will also be sure to spice things up when planning your defense or attack. The addition of bats and cows as noise traps is also an awesome addition to the game, as well as it gives our ears something fresh to listen out for. I also can't wait to find out what little Easter eggs they have hidden around the map for us to discover. Mammon's Gulch is set to launch on August 15th for all platforms. There will be a 48-hour downtime period to give the team time to get everything ready. Once launch comes, this will be the only map in rotation for 30 days, and it will feature 2 times a day and a nighttime. Considering all the wonders there will be to discover, I'm totally okay with that. So what do you all think? Are you as excited as I am? Do you have any worries? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button, as I'll be posting a ton of content leading up to and after launch. And if you want, you can also drop a follow over on Twitch and join in the discussions over there. Until next time, I will see you in the bayou.